Hello, welcome to the East Longmeadow Public Library Summer Reading Program. I'm Jenny Voigt. I'm going to guide you through a fun project just in time for the 4th of July. Thank you for picking up your art kit from the library. And this is what we're going to create, a clothespin red, white, and blue wreath, similar to this one. In your art kit, you should have a wire wreath. You should have some stars similar to this. You should also have red, white, and blue paint in little cups. You should have a paintbrush and also lots and lots of clothespins. Now, when I painted my sample for you all, I discovered using a little bowl helps to clip your clothespins on the side while they're drying, and also to even hold them while you're painting. So I went ahead and went in my kitchen and found 3 bowls. Mine happened to be silver, but any bowls will work. And I've clipped on several on this one. So you're going to be painting red, white, and blue clothespins. Okay, it's time to start painting. I'm going to start with my 19 clothespins that are designated for the blue paint, and I'm just going to use my paint cup and brush, and as I'm painting I'm just going to hold my little bowl in my hand, and you're going to paint the front of the clothespin as well as the back of the clothespin, the back and the front, and I encourage you to try paint the sides as well. If you need a little more space, you can always remove some clothespins to get to the sides of each clothespin. So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and pause the video and have fun painting all of your blue clothespins. Enjoy! How did it go painting your blue clothespins? Mine turned out pretty good. If you want to take a look at all of your clothespins, see if you have any spots that you want to touch up. I actually took my brush and went in between the clothespin just a little bit. So it's not all painted in between, but the best that my brush could reach, I went ahead and did that. So your fronts, your backs, the sides of the clothespins, and a little bit in between. So blue should be done. You can set your bowl aside. And then you'll want to wash your brush really good. Get all the blue out. I have a nice paint bin out here, a water bin I should say. And I think I'm going to move on to the white paint, which you should have 24 clothespins. So I went ahead and put more clothespins on a different bowl. And I'm also going to paint one side of the stars that are included in your kit, all white. So same technique, you're going to be painting the white clothespins now. Enjoy! How'd it go with the white clothespins? I'm about finished with mine. I'm going to go ahead and touch up some of them. The white's a little bit lighter, so I'm going to give some of them a second coat, just on the fronts, maybe not the backs. I'm also going to paint my stars. Again, I already painted them white, but I'm going to give them a second coat, just so they're nice and white and bright. And then we'll move on to our red clothespins. You should have 29 clothespins for the reds, and of course you should have a red cup of paint. So you'll wash your brush and move on to painting your red clothespins. Good luck and enjoy! Okay, if your clothespins are painted and dry like mine are, it is time to assemble your wreath. So you should have a wire wreath similar to this in your kit. I noticed on my wreath, I wanted to flatten the inner part a little bit, so I just kind of pressed it down a little bit, just so the inner portion is nice and flat. I'm going to go ahead and assemble my blue clothespins first. because they're all going to be next to each other. I'm going to move my camera down. So you'll start with blue, and you're going to start clipping the clothespin on the inside 2 wires. And then you'll clip a clothespin on the outside 2 wires. We're going to make a pattern. So we'll clip on the inside, clip on the outside. Let's see if I'm doing that right. Like that. And you'll continue clipping all your blue. Making a pattern. Straighten some of them up a little bit. Oops. So there are 4 wires, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are clipping 2 on the lower 2 and then clip on the 2 higher 2, alternating. If you need to bend your wire a little bit to make the clip go on a little easier, you can. Almost there. Get them as close as possible to each other. So your wreath should look something like this. We've got the blue ones all placed right next to each other, alternating, clipping lower and higher. Next we are going to move on. We're going to alternate. Here's all my blue over here. We're going to alternate. I've got 1, 2, 3. We're going to go, actually, I'm going to move this way. We'll do it this way. We're going to alternate 4 red. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 white. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll keep alternating 4 red and 4 white. And you're going to clip them. You'll start high and low and high and low. So I'm going to get my new wreath, and I'm going to start with red. So I'm going to start high, clipping it higher, and then lower. And again, my wire, I have to press it down a little bit just so my lower clip will fit. All right, so I started my red, so I've got 4. Now I'm going to switch to white. And I'm going to clip my next white one a little bit higher. That one's low. Like that. There we go. So now I'm going to go to red, and I'm going to clip 4 red and then 4 white and 4 red and 4 white. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video and then come back when all your clips are on. All right, your wreath is almost done. Hopefully your patterns worked out okay. Your 4 red, 4 white, alternating. I ended up with 1 extra clothespin, but my pattern worked out really well. So far your wreath should look like this. And a couple more steps. One is to glue on your stars. So I'm just going to grab some Elmer's glue, and I'm going to glue them on the blue. So you should have 2 big stars, 2 medium stars and 2 small stars. I'm going to spread them out. This will take a moment to dry. And 2 little stars. Let's see, I'll put one there. Maybe one up here. Something like this. And then finally, to finish off your wreath, if you want to take your paintbrush and do a little touch-up painting, I can see a little bit of the ends of the clothespins now that they're on the wreath. So if you want to use some of your extra paint and just paint in the ends of your clothespins, the parts that you can see, and if you see any other parts that need a little touching up, and then that should do it. On the first wreath that I made, I'm going to bring you back up here. I ended up tying a little string on the wreath so I can hang it. One idea, or another idea, is to get the hanger that you put on your door, and you can hang your wreath something like this. So I wish you all a very happy 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed the craft and enjoy the summer. I hope to see you in July. We'll do one more project. Thank you. Bye-bye.